you know, and you know, and you know, and you know, and you can feel it when you're doing it because it doesn't feel like work. It
You
it
can do
just
it all
comes to
day.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like when
Oh, hi there, guys. Welcome to the Your Wealthy Journey show. Is where we interview successful entrepreneurs, successful people, and people who are on their journey to success. And today we have someone special, someone that's doing well, and her name is Ashley Sander. Ashley, welcome to the show.
thanks, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And who is Ashley? Ashley is the founder of. Uh, she's the founder and creative director of Who Is This, and she lives in the USA, Florida. At Who Is This, she interviews dreamers and people, action takers, people who we don't normally hear about and who we don't normally know. And I can feel that she is also a big dreamer. Am I right, Ashley?
No, I'm a huge dreamer, dude. That's all I do. That's kind of how I really got into the business of what I do. I just started dreaming, and I took those dreams and I put them on paper, man. Like no joke. That's all I do is dream.
Okay, awesome. And Ashley, our first question today is, what does wealth mean to you?
All right, wealth is being able to like provide, but not just provide. You don't have to think about your spending. You don't have to, if something breaks, you don't have to really like check your bills and be like, oh God, it can stay broken. You can fix it immediately. If you want to plant a tree, you can afford to do that. So wealth is just being able to spend without thinking.
Okay, awesome. And tell us a little bit more about yourself. What's your business about, and what do you normally do?
Normally, I do creative marketing, which seems to be a dying art because of digital marketing, but that's neither here nor there. Um, I take like memes and jingles and parody songs, and I repurpose them for marketing tools, and it's pretty successful, believe it or not, because I feel like I'm the only person doing it and getting paid for it. Most people who do it, they do it for fun or whatever, but I've really turned it into a business, and then on that side, I take some of the clients I get and I turn them into I put them on Who's This, which is just a podcast slash Facebook livecast where people can really see, the magic behind some of these entrepreneurs because they're really working hard, but nobody knows who they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. And this idea for this business, how did it come about?
By accident. Complete accident. What happened was I wrote a parody song for one of my friends, and he was like, "Yo, can I use that?" And I was like, "Of course you can. It's mine. You can use it." And he gave me like $60 for it. And then he sent one to someone else, and they asked me like, "Could you do a graphic for me?" So I made the graphic, and then next thing I know, I'm doing something. You know what I mean? Like I'm working on something.
Okay, so do you normally sing the song, or how does it work?
No, no, no. I write the song. They have to find a singer. I don't shoot videos. All I do is write, and that's kind of the hard part about what I do is when I see these things being used and they go kind of viral or something, I'm like, oh, I could have, if I just did this myself, I could be that person, but I don't have the skills or the vocal range, so I just kind of sell my stuff and
Hmm.
let it ride where it is, man.
Okay, awesome. And what was your biggest struggle in starting this kind of business, this
It's
kind of.
concentrating. Yeah, it's concentrating. I mean, I work from home, so I have a TV right in front of me. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I have a pool in my backyard, so I can easily be doing nothing all day.
Yeah.
And concentrating is just rough sometimes because you get to a block. It's like a creative block where you maxed out your full creativity for the day, but you got to keep going. And so, yeah, that's the hardest part. Really, is just concentrating.
And what do you do? What are your hacks to concentrate and to produce result that you want?
Usually I'll take a nap for like 45 minutes. I'll take a nap or I'll just put it down and I'll focus on something else. So like if I'm writing a parody song for one client and I get stuck, I'll just, I'll save it, I'll close it out, and then I'll go to a graphic. Or I'll listen to the song or I'll do something, but I got to take my mind off of what I'm doing. And then usually it just comes right to me.
Mm, awesome. And what's your vision for your business, and where are you going ahead of you in the, let's say, in the next coming year or the next 5 years? Do you have an
See,
idea?
this is yeah, dude, and it's like it's virtually. I'm not kidding. It's impossible. I want to be. There's this. I don't know if you guys have Viceland in India, but I'm sure you've heard of it. Or are you in India?
No, I'm not in India. I'm in Suriname, South America.
Oh shit, my bad, dude.
It's
That was
okay.
just racist, and I
No,
apologize.
it's okay. It's okay.
Look
It's
kind of
totally
Indian.
fine to me.
um,
I, I even can speak Indian, so I will have to learn that in a few years from now.
are you Indian by any chance?
Yes, my
Oh,
parents. Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good. All right, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy, but
It's okay.
basically, well, it's a channel. It's called Viceland, and they have all kinds of crazy shows. And I want to be one of those shows. I have no idea how I'm going to get there. I have no idea what steps I even need to take at this point. But that's what I see happening in the next 5 years.
Okay, and do you have your vision written down?
Yeah, it's written down. It's like I just I don't know what to do. Like I don't know how to go about getting a show on a TV screen. I've worked in live TV, I've worked in radio, and I understand that like there's ways that you can do it, but the process of me getting discovered just seems so impossible.
Yeah,
But but I know I'm gonna do it.
yeah. At some point, you will do. You just have to continue with what you're doing right now. This show when I before I started the show, it was always I have written it down. I think it was in January or February that I would interview successful people, and it seems like I was afraid of doing video.
Hmm.
And for a couple of months, I just left it down, and it's just last month that I took action and I started doing videos. And starting doing this, people is contacting me almost every day to be on my show.
Yeah.
So just start where you are, and one day you'll reach on Viceland.
Hopefully, man. That's the goal. I'm really trying my hardest to keep the goal in mind and keep moving. But as with most people, I want it to happen quicker than it's going to happen. I know it doesn't happen overnight, but I always want to wake up and see like a voicemail, from Richard Branson that's like, watched your show, loved it, gonna give you $4 million. It's not gonna happen like that, but I know that with my energy, and if you've ever seen the show, like just how it is, that it could be something that will be a success.
Yeah, it will. It will just work towards it. Next question is, what will you advise millennials, young people, um, to start to build the business of their dreams?
Just start. And it's simple, man. Like I tried digital marketing and I did okay, but I hated it. I tried to work in radio and I loved working in radio, but there was no money in it. And when I found what I was meant to do, and you can feel it when you're doing it, because it doesn't feel like work. It
You
it
can do
just
it all
comes to
day.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like when and you can't let anybody, I mean, your parents are going to be the number one people to stop you. Don't if you know that you're meant to do something, then you need to do it. And it doesn't mean like fight with your mom every day. Like if you don't have any money, get a job, obviously. You know, don't be retarded or don't be dumb with it. You make your money, obviously, and then when you're able to transition fully into what you're doing, then do it. But don't give up on it because you think you, like I said, if you know, and that's the only way I can explain it. You feel it when you're typing, you feel it when you're talking about it. You can't stop talking about it to the point where people don't want to hear about it. So yeah, if you know, man, just do it.
Yeah. Just do it, people. Just do it, and the rest will follow. So that was our first round. Are you ready for our next round, the fun round, to get to know you
Do
a bit more?
it.
Oh, awesome. What's the best book you've ever read, and why is that?
Best book I've ever read. Harry Potter, the whole entire series.
Okay.
It's a magical. It's unlike Lord of the Rings or Star. It's a plausible magical world because it still works with our world. And to think that there's a place that if I just tap a couple bricks with an umbrella, I can escape to, and I can flick a wand, and I can, go into a chamber that is full of secrets, and I can do all these things. It's magical. It's such a magical journey. Now, it's obviously like life. It throws you roadblocks. Harry's are a little rougher than everyone else's, but like I said, it's just magical, man. I don't even know how to. It's so phenomenal. If you haven't read Harry Potter, put this on pause and go pick up a book, please, because it is the best book series in the entire world.
Okay. What's a daily habit that contributes to your success?
Because I'm a creative person and I do a lot of creating, TV is the number one. It is something I do. I watch TV, but I'm not watching it just to be entertained. I'm watching to look for different words, wordplay, things that can be relatable. So watching TV is the one thing that really, really, even aside from music, really just hits it, because once you hear something, it's hard to explain if you don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to creating things. But you can hear a sentence in a TV show and you're like, there it is.
Yeah, a keyword.
There's what I need to do. Yep. It's just, it hits you, light bulb on, man.
Awesome. Who are your top 3 role models?
RuPaul, Ellen DeGeneres, and Joe Biden.
Okay. And what's the best entertainment movie you've watched so far?
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Seeing as you like to watch TV.
I watch so much TV. I watch so many movies. The best, most entertaining movie ever is gotta be, oh my god, dear God, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay.
Great one. It's pure imagination, and that's what my life I've created for myself is I work in a world of imagination. So there's nothing more awesome,
Okay, great. Let's say you woke up one day and you didn't have money, no food, food, only shelter and a laptop with the internet. What would you do in the next 30 days to earn $1,000?
I'd sell all my food. Well, no. First, what I would do if I had no money and just a home and some food, I would apply for food stamps, sell those food stamp cards for half what they're worth. Let's say I qualify for $300. Take that $150, invest it into, never mind. I'll go a different way with that. I would sell the food stamp cards for that first month and sell it for half. Take that $150. I would take it to a horse track because my dad knows horses. I would turn that $150 into $1,000.
In just one day?
Yep.
Awesome. So okay. Give us, sorry, we're almost at the end here. Give us a parting piece of advice and let us know how we can connect with you.
Parting piece of advice. I operate, and this is something I tell everybody, I operate on Occam's razor, which is the simplest explanation is always the best explanation. Nothing is too difficult, and you can think about it, and you know the answer already. Sometimes you don't want to hear the answer, sometimes you don't want to do the answer, but the answer's there, and you know it. So just keep it simple, man. Like, stop trying to complicate things when it comes to life. Just do it, and it will grow. And if you want to contact me, you can always contact me on Facebook, facebook.com. I think Ashley Sanders, obviously, ASHLEYSANDERS. If you want to watch Who's This, facebook.com/Who's This 12. On Instagram at Who's This _talk show. And then you can always email me if you want to be on the show, if you like the show. If you are a superstar producer and you're like, holy crap, let's greenlight it, you can always email me. It's who's this 10492@gmail.com.
Awesome. Maybe there's some producer out there watching this and they will contact you. All the best to that.
It's so worth it, man. Like, you guys have no idea.
Okay, so Ashley, that was it for today. I want to thank you for being here on the show and inspiring us. I know people all there will be inspired by you. So thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, man. You are awesome.
Yeah, thank you.